the SSTO made it. I made it. We deployed 2 satellites up into space. We launched up into space. Even with that pin loose, we launched it up into space. It made it. It deployed the satellites. I even changed its inclination. I did an on-orbit plane change to help a satellite get to min-miss a little bit better. We did an on-orbit plane change. I did a plane change back to 0. We deorbited it, came back down, and I greased the landing, and it's sitting on the runway. We got to go get the thing. What I want to try to do today is basically where we left off when the last SSTO exploded. We're going to try to go get it. We're going to try to safe the vehicle. We're going to bring it back over to the pad and see if we can reuse the pad and the SSTO. I still have to figure out a way to fuel the thing, and I also, more importantly, have to figure out a way to refuel my launch pad. I don't have a way to do that. Probably be important to do. But yeah, a lot of ground ops today, but we did have a successful mission, which is cool. And the mission broke even. It broke even, which is nice. It cost about $100K worth of fuel to get that thing up into space. And we had $160K profit from the successful missions that it deployed. So we did actually make some money with the big SSTO today. We put a 60,000 Kerbach dent in the $7 million bill that it took to freaking make the thing. Hopefully we'll get some of that back. So here, let's jump over into KSP and we'll go from there, okay? Let me change up the name of the stream. Okay, switching us off SNT, and we're going to go over to Kerbal. Stick around, though. We still have a rocket launch that's going to happen. The Ariane 5 VA-255 mission is going off in about an hour and a half. And then after that, if we have time between that and GTA racing, I have another small space news segment with my buddy, the NASA man, that you guys probably want to see. It's actually really cool. And you still got the SSTO perfectly fine. It's not cheap, but I'm sure the government will buy it. Can you show the Kiro and possibly put it into a decaying orbit if it can't get where it needed to go? I could dump it if you want, John. Yeah. You want me to deorbit it? Yeah. Reusability testing, so lots of explosions. Why you gotta say it like that, man? Why you gotta say it like that? That, Pa, that just makes me feel bad. Better to not leave trash up there. Oh, yeah. Can confirm the rest of the stream will be awesome. Alright. It's just the truth. You guys are not good people. I mean, stop saying that. You're bad people. You're bad people. Random reading. Sitting out here watching you on the neighbor's Wi-Fi. It's better than sitting at the school looking like a creeper, but still kind of weird sitting on the sidewalk. Oof. And hey, watch the VOD from yesterday. Congrats on the successful landing. Thanks for helping me confirm the testing, Anth. You helped me do that. All right, let's go peep on the pad, shall we? Hang on one second. Billy has to, Bill has to do that, but he also needs to repair this wheel. How's he alive? Hey, he was just working on his neck teleportation. Alright? He was doing Pilates, alright? That's what was going on, alright? Don't ask questions you don't want the answer to, alright? Kerbal Pilates. Do you even know? Chat, do you even know what that entails? Guess what? If you have to ask, you can't afford it. Why does he need to shoot? Because the game decided he needed to shoot when I put him out on the map. You're welcome. I really wanted to see it being streamed again. Yeah, I got you, man. Is it a spooky season? What? I'm no expert, but you might want to take a day or two off for your voice. It's pretty bad. I will at the end of this stream switch, yo. Sunday and Monday off. Don't worry about it. I'll be fine. Guys, yeah, you're wondering why I sound like freaking, like a freaking baritone over here. It's because my voice is gone. Like, it's just, yeah, my voice is gone because I was at the Red Sox game this week before they got eliminated. And, yeah, I did a lot of screaming. That coupled with some extremely long space news segments, the SpaceX FAA callers, and the static fires, just voice went kaput. It went kaput. Say I'm Batman. I'm Batman. No, you know what impression I can do with this voice? Master Chief. Sir, permission to leave the station. For what purpose, Master Chief? To give the Covenant back their bomb. Permission granted. How much firepower do we need to penetrate to crack one of the shields? Well, place grenade or something. Master Chief, you mind telling me what the hell you're doing on that ship? Sir, finishing this fight. Where is she, Chief? Where's Cortana? She stayed behind. You said there wouldn't be any cameras. And you said you were gonna wear something nice. Folks need heroes, Chief. So smile, would ya? Well, we still got something to smile about. Now do Duke Nukem? My name's Dirk Kickham. I came here to eat butt and chew bubblegum, and I'm all out of gum. Dick Kickham. Are you gonna do a launch today? No, Nazalik. What I'm gonna do is see if we can get that SSDO towed back over here and vertical on the pad. If I can do that, that I just basically got to prove out the reusability of all these systems. Right now, I'm looking to see if any of these struts or anything drifted here. Everything seems to be okay, but it does look like the struts did something a little weird. But we're basically, I'll consider this mission success today if we grab that SSDO, tow the sucker back over here, get the thing up, put the pad into integration configuration, attach the thing again, turn it upright, and basically do everything that we need to do but fuel the thing up. And then bring the SSDO back down, take it off, and move it down here. And then figure out a way to fill the stupid pad up with fuel. Little tortilla boy. Listen to me, you have to get out of here with the tortillas. You have to get out of here, they're trying to kill you! From what year is the SSDO design? Jebstar is based off of VentureStar, which was a project under the Strategic Defense Initiative from the mid-90s into the early 2000s. It was ultimately canceled in 2001. It was a single-stage to orbit linear aerospike hydrolox design. Basically looked like a big flying wedge of cheese. What fun is reusable if it's got no payload? I gotta make sure that we can do all that before we can put new payload in. I'm certainly not gonna put new payload in and then put it back on the pad and have the pad potentially explode. That just seems counterintuitive, man. What are the air brakes for? Alignment. Do a Keanu Chungus impression. We know too much. They know too much. We went too far. They went too far. Where's Rachel? Chat, where's Rachel? Where is she? Where is she? Where? Can you do Duke Nukem as Master Chief played by Arnold Schwarzenegger? I'm not indulging your fantasies, Wookie. It's disgusting. You should be ashamed of yourself. How dare you? You sick too? No, my voice is gone, man. I'm not sick. I'm fine. Like, dude, I'm good. Like, I have all the energy in the world. Like, my voice isn't keeping up. Something about screaming hysterically at a Red Sox game. It was probably out of agony though. I was at the Sox game the other night. I did a lot of cheering. I'm not wearing any hockey pads. I am Optimus Prime, leader of the Autobots. Bumblebee, stop lubricating the man. Hey Linux, how are you? Are you Samuel James Witwicky, descendant of Archibald Witwicky? Alright, wait a minute. How about Clint Eastwood? We used to stack fricks like you in Korea 5 feet tall. Use you for sandbags. It's not bad. Adam West should have never died. I mean... yeah. Red light, green light. Sounds like a Fallout 3. What are you looking at, smooth skin? I know you don't like looking at me, but I'm the one that's gonna give you the caps that you need to find your dad. Get off my lawn. That's not how humans work. That's how Clint Eastwood works, alright? Clint Eastwood isn't human, he's a legend. Okay. See your last. What's up, Manky Mank? Hey, guess what though? I got a job doing specialty semiconductor engineering for an aerospace company. You have a cool job now. Alright, let's see if we can go tow this thing. You feeling lucky, punk? Do ya? Feel lucky, punk? Considering this is a .44 Magnum, one of the most powerful handguns in the world. It's powerful enough to blow your head clean off. I think you gotta ask yourself one question. Do you feel lucky, punk? Did I fire 5 shots or 6? Mank, that's actually really cool. Dish. That wasn't that Red Sox game, but that was last night's Red Sox game, man. No. You can't keep getting away with it. I lost count in all this excitement. It was more like Jesse from Breaking Bad, though, but that's also... yeah, you can't keep getting away with it. No, actually, Dish, I was telling Blood Fam, like, yo, you mother truckers better play like that in the World Series. That's all I'm saying. If you don't come into the World Series and score 7 runs against some punk national team, I'm going to be a little disappointed. Nothing is worse than the Astros, a bunch of cheaters. I mean, Jeffrey, here's the problem with that. I'm a Patriots fan. I can't say that. I can't say that the Astros are a bunch of cheaters, because you know what happens if I do? Somebody's probably already typing it right now. No, because the Braves are taking it home. I mean, you're probably right. But I also can't say that as a Patriots fan and also a Red Sox fan at the same time. The Braves are taking over. Yeah, the Braves. That meaning the team that you stole from us, you jerks. They were the Boston Braves before they were the Atlanta Braves. Atlanta Braves. What a joke. They played at Nickerson Field, man. It's actually down the street from Fenway, which is kind of funny. Okay. Reattachment was perfect. Let's go. See if we can tow this sucker back. Anyway, you can make your launch pad. Can you make the launch pads available for testing? Sure, if you want. Yeah. Cry more. What? Atlanta Braves, Boston Braves. It's simple. Wookie, why do I get the feeling that if I thought that, you would just say that the Boston Braves are better than the Atlanta Braves? Why do I get that feeling? You contrarian schmuck. Get out of here. Do you even watch baseball? You even know what an earned run average is? You shut your mouth. There's a lot of baseball trolls up in here. Does that truck use jet fuel? Yomu, having 3 jet engines is quite literally the only way I could push that thing up the ramp to get it on the pad. I need to be able to elevate it up off the ground so I can turn it upright. Milanisa, how are you? Figure it out once you beat the Brooklyn Dodgers. This big mother trucker flew all the way into space and back, which is pretty cool. Fonerick, hey, thanks for the raid, buddy. Nah, I love the Braves. Tomahawks for days. Good. Is that like the strange flat shuttle? What you're looking at here is a Kerbalized version of a real-life vehicle called Venture Star. Venture Star is a single stage to orbit concept from the late 90s, early 2000s. Long story short, take the shuttle, its SRBs, and the external tank and build them into one vehicle. So like you can kind of see the resemblance here. I have 2 clusters of engines where the SRBs would be, right? But they're just shuttle engines, right? And then I have a payload bay on the top where the shuttle would be. And then instead of just the wings being attached to the orbiter, the wings and the tiles and everything are attached to the entire thing. Venture Star was going to be insane. It was a ridiculous concept. So I'm guessing no. The truck definitely does use jet fuel, Yomu, yes. How many uses can you get out of the jet truck before refueling? 20, 30 uses, something like that. What I'm trying to do today, guys, is I want to prove out full reusability. So what does that mean? We landed this thing. The reason this thing is on the runway is because it came back from space. Okay? The reason things on the runway is because it came back from space. So what I have this thing should be fully reusable, right? I have a docking port where it attaches to the pad right there. Don't worry about it. It's a small docking port, but there are other ways that hold it to the pad more securely. There are other ways to hold this, it's a fully reusable vehicle, but it's also a fully reusable pad. What I'm trying to do now is test to see if anything changed on this vehicle from it going up into space, other than the fact that it doesn't have any payloads inside of it. Those are the dispensers for it. So what we're really trying to do is basically see if I could get this thing back up vertical on the pad again without refueling anything. This one doesn't have payload in it, and I don't really have a way to put payloads into this thing yet when it's on the ground. I haven't developed that system yet. But it is a good idea to know that I can take the vehicle and put it back on the pad if I want to launch it again. Can we even do the chop now in 2021? I don't know, Dish. I don't know, dude. What I do know is that the more you tell people you can't do that, the more they're gonna want to do that, because humans are dicks, right? Like, so I don't know. Do it, don't do it. I'm sure somebody's probably getting pissed off somewhere, dude. But then again, you know, the more that person gets pissed off and says you can't do it, the more people are gonna do it. It's just standard human antagonistical behavior. Like, is antagonistical a word? I don't know, but you know what I mean. You know, like, welcome to the party. Humans have been like this for millions of years, bro. Right? It's the same stuff, different day, dude. Did the pod not mess with the aerodynamics? What do you mean, Sun Temple? This thing on the top? No, it doesn't mess with the aerodynamics too much. That's called Venture Star. If you go and look at a picture of Venture Star right now, what you're most likely going to see is the payload bay inside of the wedge of cheese, not pooched on the top. This right here is what Venture Star was eventually going to look like. The last technical reports that they got from Venture Star before canceling the program was that it was going to have what's called a pooched payload bay. It was going to have the payload bay basically riding on the top, because honestly they couldn't figure out a good way to make the fuel tanks, to scale the fuel tanks correctly from the X-33. Something about it, and that has to do with how you store liquid hydrogen in large volumes. Liquid hydrogen is a pain in the butt, and it's not just build a bigger tank. We want the vehicle to be able to have 3 times the payload capacity, so build a payload bay, build a fuel tank for it that's 3 times the volume. That's not how that works. Hydrogen is tough. It's tough to screw around with, especially with scalability. I mean, look at SLS. It took a while for them to make that hydrogen tank and get it right, which is fine. Like, we already talked about that today. Whatever, it exists, dude. Let's get her done, right? Good evening. It's a late call from France, but I'm moderating for the Ariane launch tonight, so I'm geared up and ready. Wow, moderating? That's cool. So the finalized designs from Venture Star, believe it or not, have a pooched payload bay, right? Because they had to redesign the fuel tanks, the hydrogen fuel tanks, the big composite hydrogen fuel tanks, the ones that they got working on the X-33. They had to figure out how to get those done, and in doing that ended up displacing the payload bay higher. Some of the last reports, and the reason why I know is because some of the last reports that we looked through on NASA's Technical Resource Archive when it came to this stuff was the aerodynamics involved with pushing the payload bay up. What they were thinking about doing, believe it or not, is pushing the payload bay up and then moving these wings out here. They were going to put the wings out on the ends, because right here the wings don't do anything, because when the thing's coming in, if the wing is right here, it's going to get occluded by aerodynamics, because that's how it works in real life. It's kind of crazy, actually. So yeah, this is Venture Star. It just did its first fully successful flight yesterday, and right now what I'm doing is basically making sure that this thing is good to be able to be put back on the pad now, and go from there. I was going to take this thing and do another mission for tonight. Like basically recover the pad and recover this, and just, refurbish the orbiter for its second flight. But because of the Ariane, I thought the Ariane launch was going to be tomorrow or something. Because it's tonight, it got scrubbed to tonight. I picked doing this type of reintegration testing tonight, because it doesn't take very long. It's not going to take the full amount of a full duration mission. Dang, I missed it again. Yeah, Alex. Dude, it made it. This one has been into space. Look, it has payload bay dispensers in it from the small SSTO. I put 2 of them in there. And we did a rideshare mission with it last night. It launched into 0 degrees inclined orbit, did an on-orbit plane change to 6 degrees, and then back down to 0 degrees, circularized at 85, it came down and it landed. No problem. I even didn't get the re-entry trajectory just right, and I was able to compensate for it. I did 4 S-turns, space shuttle style, and it brought it right back, dude. I flared, greased it right on the landing. It was great. It was a really, really good mission. terrain seam just got me there with that back tire. You see that? Sun Temple to the payload bay. Don't mess with aerodynamics. Also, what Meg said, dude, this doesn't detach, man. This is part of the vehicle. The only thing that you're seeing on the screen that doesn't fly into space right here is this thing. The truck. The truck is just the tow rig that I use to get it back to the pad. Good old Bill is driving us today. Good old Billy. Billy boy. Hey, Force, what's going on, man? I mean, what I could do, guys, is if we wanted to do another test flight to make sure that everything still works on this thing. I'm not sure how I would get another payload in there, but what I could do is, you know, figure out a quick and dirty way to fill the pad back up with fuel and send it again. The only thing we're really missing from this whole equation here is a way to refill the pad with fuel to get the thing into space, obviously, and a way to put payloads in the payload bay up there. But either one of those ways is not going to be very difficult. I see EJ's voice has stopped responding. Yeah, O-Force, it's not, my voice isn't doing so well. But I feel fine, that's the thing. I'm totally okay. Like, I know, like, people have been coming in here all day and they're like, dude, are you sick? I'm like, no, I straight up just lost my voice. And I figured out the reason, dude. I was at the Red Sox game. I was at the Red Sox, screaming at the Red Sox to do something for like 9 innings straight, and they didn't, and that's why they lost. Funny story. I was screaming at the Red Sox game, and then I came home, and then the next day we did an 8-hour space news with the FAA conference, and then we did another 8-hour space news right after that with the static fire flights. That's me talking and screaming 3 days basically straight. Screaming on the first day, talking the 2 second days, right? For basically 3 days straight. That's why my voice is gone. I couldn't figure it out. I'm like, we did long space news, but I always do long space news. It's no problem. The Red Sox game is what pushed me over the edge. I feel fine. I'm totally okay. I don't have a runny nose. I mean, I'm coughing a little bit because I'm a little raspy, but that's about it. Everyone's like, oh my God, are you sick? I'm like, no, I just straight up lost my voice. And one of the telltale things is that, I still have a ton of energy. I feel fine. Like, I can still sit here and stream with a crappy voice for like 8 hours, 8, 9, 10, 11 hours. I mean, I streamed for like 13 yesterday. It's no problem. Bring down a piece of the station? I'm not sure I have the proper interfacing mechanisms here, John. But we could. I could do that if we want to. Your voice is always in the last place you look. Yeah, it's like when trying to find your wallet, right? Tea with honey and chicken soup. There's a problem with that, Sun Temple. It's Saturday and Friday and Saturday. My Friday and Saturday streams, basically from Friday morning to Saturday evening, I do nothing but sleep and stream. And I've been doing that since the pandemic started. Usually Friday and Saturday streams are like 15, 16-hour streams, right? You do a 15-hour stream, right? I get done at like 3 in the morning. I make myself some food, and then I sleep for 8 hours, and then I wake up and do the same thing over again 2 days in a row. I've been doing that for a little while. It's tough, but it is fun. But the point is like, I don't, everyone's like, oh, go get some honey. Go get some honey. I'm like, dude, I don't have the time. Silence in the courtyard, silence in the street. Biggest twin planet that is about to speak. Now shush. Let the KSP speak for you. I don't know what reference that is, but it's funny. I'm backing up, because my daddy taught me good, and then I think maybe I should faint, but then I don't. My daddy taught me good. Is Primo sick? From yelling at EJ to shut up during the game. No, she didn't do that. She was cheering him on too. Primo started screaming when we were at Fenway Park and they were showing Red Sox past playoff victories, and they showed the Red Sox defeating the Tigers in 2013, and then she got all pissed off. She was like, no, frick you, don't show that. That's terrible. Why would you do this? Shut up, Red Sox. You are bad people. It was really funny, actually. It made me laugh. All right. It looks like the reintegration was a success. Do we have the payload for the next launch? No, I don't. I mean, what do you guys want to do? I wanted to do a reintegration test because that's pretty much all we have the time for. She's just invested in the team from Detroit, though, Anth, not the team from Boston. But then again, Brimo's told me she'll root for the Red Sox as long as they're not playing the Tigers, which is fine. And then she said she'll do the same thing for the Bruins, and she's a Red Wings fan, so... Alright, that's fair. That's fine. I ain't rooting for the Red Wings. Screw that. I bleed black and gold, baby. And the Red Sox got eliminated, so guess what? It's hockey season now. Football season? No. No. The Patriots don't exist. They took a year off. Okay. Go Caps? Ew. You have like the worst taste in sporting teams, John. It's kind of disappointing at times. You like the Capitals and Green Bay? Ugh. How's that mediocrity taste? You sure you're gonna do GTA racing tonight? Yeah, sure, man. I don't need a phone and a watch. Hi, I'm Ted Lasso. I'm from Kansas. Could be worse, could be a Giants fan. Juicebot, I've pretty much stopped making fun of all New York teams. Oh god, here's Brimo. Bree? So either I heard Brimo, or I felt Brimo stomping around, or a tree just fell on the apartment. Because that was a big crash. Sorry the Sox got eliminated. Hey, it happens. It's alright. We can't win them all, dude. The Astros play better than we did, straight up. Hey, Predominant, what's going on? You know what? I'm Monka-essing right now in real life, so I'm just gonna go see and make sure Brimo didn't just like fall over or something. I'll be right back. 1 second, guys, okay? My neighbor's downstairs is doing some jazzercise or something, dude. Them some holy shorts, yeah, like those. Did you guys hear that? Jesus. I'm like, hold on, I'm gonna. That coming from underneath, dude, that was like a big crash, man. Yeah, so last, you want to see it. Okay. I'm just like, I'm not being loud today, am I? Like, I don't know. Somebody's banging on the dang. Whatever my neighbor's doing downstairs, she's banging up on the ceiling, man. Yeah, Thomas, alright, I'll check that out. But yeah, dude, it definitely, like, so like, dude, I went all the way downstairs, right? I went all the way downstairs, dude. That was a big crash. Like, I thought Brimo was like stomping behind me or something, right? And I thought like, dude, that was like the kind of thump a tree makes when it falls. Like, I went outside and I went and looked, right? And I checked, you know, like there's my streaming room on the 3rd floor, and then there's my 2nd floor neighbors, and then there's the 1st floor. The 1st floor, the lights are off. The 2nd floor, the curtains are closed, but you could see like TV and stuff. She got the TV on. I don't know if she's doing like exercise or something, or throwing a medicine ball around or whatever. Like, I don't know, whatever. But yeah, it's very strange. I hope like my neighbor didn't fall and like bust her head open on something. Jeez. Like, guys, I try to be quiet up here. I soundproof the heck out of this room. Hopefully my voice doesn't go through, but you gonna check if they're okay? If the banging keeps going, yeah, I'll probably go down there and make sure everything's alright. Stomp down on the floor a few times to assert dominance. I don't know, dude. Like, yeah, and this is why I want to live in the woods too. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. Hey, how's it going? It's going good, Daz. Like, my neighbors are all cool, and they know what I do. They know that, you know, like, I'm here talking for long periods of time and stuff. The neighbor's gonna hear it during Starship Flights. Yeah, right. Does Brimo hear your voice when you're streaming? She can barely hear it through the wall. It's very... The ESA stream is online. Fun fact, SpaceX wasn't the first to do the return to launch site. Only the first to do it successfully. The Soviet N-1 was the first. Wrecked. Just ram the 97 into the noise. The noise will stop. Yeah. It shouldn't travel through the floor then, Anth. I got like a carpet. I got a carpet down with a liner underneath. It shouldn't. I mean, honestly, the person that moved in below us on the 2nd floor, they've been there for a while. If there was a noise complaint, they would have complained by now. But I went down there like right when she moved in, and I was like, look, you know, I stream. I am loud a lot. I am loud late at night. I will try my best to not be, but that is my livelihood. And she, you know what she said? She was cool with it. She's like, oh, that's cool. Yeah, I know Twitch. You stream on it. That's awesome. Yeah, I get it. No problem. I go, I'll try as best I can to not be too incredibly loud, right? Yeah, Kyron, that's what I usually just tell people that don't know anything about Twitch. I'm a contractor for Amazon that works night shifts, you know. Losing my voice, Jason. Yeah, no, this is me trying to talk normally. Oh wait, that's me. So, does the Mercury Redstone 1 rocket count as a return to launch site? Well, it didn't leave the pad, Jim, so no. Like, Ando, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Was I being too loud? Am I, like, banging on the... Like, maybe my chair is making noise or something. I just want to make sure it's not me. I know I'm loud, and I know, like, I need to project my voice for it to come through correctly on the stream. So, like... But, maybe she's just, like, doing some exercise or something, you know? It's no problem. I just want to make sure I'm not being the freaking squeaky wheel, you know? Because I do live in an apartment complex and there is a bunch of people around, you know? I don't know if it was complaining, Endo. It sounds like it felt like my neighbor threw a medicine ball at the ceiling. Like it was enough to bounce the entire camera. You've been way louder than this. Oh, I know, Pharaoh. I know. But that's what I mean. I'm being quiet today, like, so they're probably not complaining about me per se. I'm wondering, like, dude, it was a big crash. I hope my neighbor, like, didn't fall and hurt themselves or something, you know? Because I know she lives down there alone. You know? But, like, I'm kind of hoping my neighbor's okay. You know, if it keeps going or anything, I'll probably go check in a little bit. No, Jason, she's not older. She's cool. She knows what Twitch is, man. You don't have their phone number? They're literally like 20 feet away from me. I can just go knock on their door. Yeah. Maybe she's taking some home pole dancing classes. Maybe. I don't know, dude. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Maybe she's just moving stuff around. It's fine. Like, yeah, I'm just want to make sure that, you know. So, like, a little bit of local news, and I don't usually talk about this stuff. Like a month or so ago, there are two elderly women in the apartment complex, and they're a little ways away from me down the hall, right? And they live on the first floor, and they came to me and said, hey, and don't get me wrong, the landlord came to me as well and told me about this, because I'm the, like, there's not a lot of younger dudes like me here. There's a bunch of older couples. There's a couple people that live alone in the apartment complex, right? And then there's me and Brimo. Like, I'm the young, like, I'm the strapping young man, which is hilarious because I'm not. There are people here that are younger than me. But my landlord told me this, and my neighbors told me this, that, you know, somebody threw a rock through my neighbor's window at like 2 or 3 in the morning. Somebody literally threw a rock through their windows, shattered the windows like in the middle of the night. And my landlord and my neighbors were like, hey, you know, somebody threw a rock through the window. Did you see anything like that? And I'm like, no. What time was that at? And they were like, oh, it was like 3, 4 in the morning. And I'm like, did you call the cops? And they're like, yeah, I called the cops. I'm like, look, all right, I'm awake at that time. I'm awake at 3 in the morning. Somebody does that crap again, come knock on my door. I mean, it's probably just some kids being pieces of crap. Like that, throw a rock through somebody's window. That's something a stupid teenager would do. Because the other reason I think that's true is because that person, that elderly couple, one of them works at the high school, at the local high school. So, and they'd probably slap me for calling them elderly. They're like 50, late 50s, 60s, right? It's 2 sisters that live together, right? And one of them works at a school, so we don't live that far away from the school. So, you know, it's probably some kid being a piece of crap. That's the kind of stupid stuff I would have done when I was 15. So I said, look, happens again, you come and get me. I'm here. And I told my landlord, I'm like, that goes for anybody. Anybody who's having problems in the complex, just come and get me. I'm awake. I'm always awake. I'm always awake at 3 a.m. I think it would be fine if you went down to check up on a neighbor, just being a good neighbor. Yeah, if I hear any more crashes, Entropy, I'll probably do anything According to you, I am elderly. Yeah, well, they're older women, Linux, you know, and even then, they don't, there's no guy there, so if somebody throws a rock through the window, you're going to get scared. That's fair. I think that's totally fair. So I said, look, just come and get me. Just come and get me. I'm usually here at 3 a.m. I'm usually awake. I work nights. Just come and get me if you don't feel safe. I got you. So, I haven't gotten a call, thank God. But yeah, I you know, Entropy, I try to look out. I look out for some of the older folks that are around here. If you need help, just come and get me. You need help moving something, just come and get me. Just come and get me. I can move it. It's no problem. It's like in something, my neighbors downstairs are moving furniture around or something. There's some, I heard some crashes through the floor. Anyway. Yeah, everything seems okay. Alright, so let's get the launch box into the horizontal position here. What we're gonna do is I'm gonna lock this controller out. That's fine. TE controller should be disabled and it should be set to the forward position at 0. Launch controller should be 0, set to the forward position, and we should play. We did not lock that pin out during launch, so this thing should just turn all the way upright. Make sure that my alignment brakes are in the zeroed position as well, and then we should be go for pad integration. What I'm trying to do here, guys, is take this thing after the pad has been used and the SSTO is flown. I'm trying to take it and just put it up here and then get the thing upright and then put it back down and roll it back off. That's the test for the day, because we don't have a lot of time before the Ariane 5 launch. Yeah, Entropy. Yeah, that's where I'm at. Look, there were like 3 or 4 loud bangs. It was enough for me to be like, think that Brimo was coming up behind me, like stomping or something. But nobody's here. Brimo and her mother ain't here. Brimo's mom is in town, by the way. That's why she hasn't been around. It's just me. It's just me here. So I was like, "Hi, Brimo, you're behind me." Nope. So that tells me, Entropy, that my neighbor downstairs is just moving some furniture around, or could be hanging a picture or whatever. You know, I don't know. Or maybe she just dropped something. That happens. All right, let's see what we got here. So what's this compilation that you guys were linking here? Well, the launch box is moving into that position. What do we got? Gateway to Mars from SpaceX. That was a drone shot. Holy crap, this picture? This picture was a drone shot. I didn't know that. Wow. Man, that was cool. I didn't know that this legendary... This is a picture that everybody posted when they put these two things together when they tested stacking. You guys mind if I just... This is their mechanical adhesion system for the tiles. They bolt the tiles on or clip them on, I guess. It's an interesting thing here. It might just be the angle, but it looks like some of these things that hold the tiles together are a little different. Like, it looks like you have active and passive things. I hope they put it on YouTube or somewhere else for better quality. Yeah, I agree with you. These are starship segments here. That's a CBH, because you can tell because of where the vent lines are. That's another CBH right there. So this is the middle of a starship. Oh, man. Vectors, baby. Is it a top bulkhead? Yeah, you're right. I said CBH. It's not the methane CBH. The methane CBH was next to it. That's the when I said middle of the ship. It's the bulkhead between unpressurized and pressurized. You're right. You're right. That's 15, right? You can tell because of the way it is. Why is the Raptor vacuum so much more clean than the other Raptors? It looks about the same to me, goalie. I don't know about you. ESA stream starts early in about 5 minutes. Ah, frick. Goddamn SpaceX. I try, public. That's my goal. I'll throw as much information at you as I see fit. Throw it at the wall. If it sticks, that's a good thing. Hopefully you learned something. If your mission mode looked like this, yeah. Oh, that is frigging rad. Oh, that's so goddamn cool. I can't believe it did that. I can't, dude. I can't believe that actually works. We see this video of this thing flying around. You know how big that damn thing is? It's 50 meters tall. It's 150 feet. That's a 15-story building doing that. It's a 15-story building flying through here. This thing is as big as a C-130. Actually bigger. That's unbelievable. That thing's big. That thing is bigger than my apartment building. Jesus. If I had time to run to the store between now and the last stream smarks, I probably would have, man. Yeah, you're right, Ando. It'll have apartments in it. You ain't wrong, dude. Yeah, that's a good point. Oh my goodness. Look at the people walking around. Look at the people walking around. Look at how big that thing is. That thing is as big as that thing. It's as big as SLS's core stage, guys. It's the same. They're the same size. This thing might even be a little bit bigger. It's on YouTube. Oh, nice. Okay. All right. So let's get the launch box into the horizontal position. I'll lock it out, and then we'll switch to the Ariane 5 coverage. I didn't get very far today, guys. Sorry about that. But here we'll go from here. This is different music. There we go. Voice isn't cooperating, dude. It's not very good. But I'm gonna power through to the end of the stream, and then I'll take 2 days off, and we'll go from there. Hopefully it's better by Monday. Please don't die. I'm fine, Kyron. I told you, I'm totally okay. Yeah, sure, Anth. I'll do that while the Arian 5 coverage is on. Holy crap. It's bananas how big that thing actually is, man. And I've never even seen one in real life. I know how big that thing is because I've seen an external tank in real life up close at the California Science Center. That thing is friggin' gigantic. Regarding Arion, there's going to be an English stream from Arion Group and a French stream from the Guyana Space Center animated by Space Explorer. Whitney's doing that? That's cool. Now Bramo's calling me. Give me 1 second, guys, okay? I'll be right back. So when I went outside to see what was going on, I locked the door, and Brimo left her keys here because why would we lock the door, right? Like,
hey, can you
hello?
drink this so that there's room in the...
Can I drink this so that there's room in the fridge for the other apple cider that you bought?
Exactly. Hi, Chad. How are you today? I see you've killed EJ's voice. I blame you.
I still wish they let us put the top on Mark II. Yeah.
Dude, we went to Boston for dinner. And,
What'd you have?
that Irish place.
Right.
I kept forgetting it was Halloween. And I'm like, why
Donut.
Why is this man wearing overalls? Why does this man have a wolf mask?
Have what?
Somebody had a wolf mask. But then, of course, you know, sexy cop, sexy cow, like, the usual.
Right.
Alright. Love you, baby.
Love you too, sweetie.
Maybe we'll get you cough drops or something tomorrow.
Do you have any left over?
No, remember we threw them all out?
Yeah.
Your mom has some.
My mom has some.
Yeah. And that's not even a joke.
Yeah, the Irish place, dude, right? Like, alright. That could be 1,000 different places, bro.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
Alright. Let's get the damn launch plate in position here. Come on now.